welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be drawing this Moana fan art. So I haven't actually seen Moana until just recently. I was pretty excited to watch it in theaters, but it just turned out by the time I had time to go watch it, the local theater had already taken it out of their rotation. Like the movies here tend to move a little bit faster. So I didn't get to see it until recently, and I'm kind of glad that I did get to wait until like the DVD release to see it because I was able to watch it over and over again. I just love this movie. It's such a good movie. I just think it's so beautiful, the story. And wow, I really think that Disney has totally upped their game recently, and like the emotions that they are presenting in the storyline is just more complex and interesting. Like their old movies used to be just like some kind of love story, which I like too. That's great. But the newer movies are more about more complex relationships and more complex bad guys and good guys. And I really liked it. I really love this movie. I probably have watched it like 20 times since I saw it for the first time. And I watched it quite a few times while I was creating this drawing too. So the one thing I knew for sure was when I first watched this movie, I wanted to draw Tafiti, the goddess. She's just so amazing. I was just stunned by her at the end of the movie. I'm not going to go into spoilers. I'll just say that. But yeah, I loved her and I wanted to draw her, but the way that she is drawn is just so complex and yet so simple looking that I knew it would be really difficult. So I was really unsure. So when I first decided I was going to do a fan art for sure for the channel, I just sat down, watched the movie with my sketchbook open, and I just started sketching. I just made random ugly, rough sketches. I tried to sketch Moana. I tried to sketch Maui, which did not turn out well. I just sketched everything. I sketched Tafiti as well. And then after I was finished watching the movie in one full go and sketching, I sat down and I ended up transferring one sketch I did with the nice body shape for Moana and one sketch I did for Tafiti, and I created a drawing out of it. The background was kind of added at the end because I thought maybe it would look good if I did that. But then I was quite unsure how to go about coloring this. I was really intimidated. Like I had put so much into the drawing, so much background. I already had my heart set on doing this with Copics as well. So this was turning out to be the most involved Copic drawing that I've done probably in a few years. So I was really, really unsure. I sketched it and inked it all in one day. But then I just procrastinated like crazy when it came to the coloring. And then I finally got to the coloring. I did it in 2 days. And it took me about 7.5 hours of footage to go through for editing. I didn't include the sketching, the first part of the sketching. So I probably spent about 8 or 9 hours on this illustration altogether, which is kind of crazy for me because I'm used to the fact that when I use Copic markers, things just go so much faster, and it's usually only like a 3 to 4 hour drawing that I have to edit. Otherwise, I don't really, just to be clear, I don't really time my illustrations. I'm not worried about time. I know some artists online, at least last time, especially on DeviantArt, they used to preach about getting faster and faster and faster. You have to be fast with your art. But for me, I realized that I don't need to be fast with my art. My art looks better when I slow the hell down. Sorry. So yeah, I usually don't time myself, but because I have like all the footage to edit, that's why I know the timing. But yeah, I'm used to Copic marker drawings going so much faster, and the timing that I ended up having was more like if I had done a full watercolor piece. So I was kind of surprised at that because, you know, Copic markers do go faster. They don't need dry time, which means I think if I had done this in watercolor, it probably would have taken me like 24 hours straight to do. So yeah, I was just shocked at how long it took me. It didn't even feel like it took that long as well. So it was just weird to me. So like I said, it's been a really, really long time since I did this much work with Copics, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I kind of found coming back to Copics after about 1.5 years straight of doing almost all watercolor with only a few Copic drawings in between, that I kind of have learned a different approach when it came to using the Copics. I'm not so worried about it being perfect. Also because I knew that I could get away with more with Tafiti's design. The way she is, she's just like a goddess made out of foliage, I guess is the word. A goddess made out of foliage and like plants and flowers. So I knew that I could be more rough with that, and I decided to use that kind of thinking going into the background as well, doing the water and the sky and the little island type thing she's standing on. I just decided to go at it roughly and then blend like crazy. And I used so many Copics at this and so much ink is crazy, but I think it turned out really well. I was really unsure what I wanted to do with the island that Moana is standing on, but I had a color that looked perfect for sand, so I just kind of made it a sandy bank, and I thought that worked really well, especially since if I had gone for a darker color like you see in the movie for the island, I think it would have maybe taken a bit too much of the attention away from the main characters. I wanted the attention to be more on Moana and Tafiti. So the background, I also didn't want to get too detailed with, but I wanted to do a good job with it. So I did layer quite a few colors, and I think it looks pretty good. I was trying to emulate what I saw in the movie, which is they seem to do like a mixture of blue, green, and ultramarine blue type color for the ocean. But when it came to using the Copics, I was a little out of practice because I'm used to seeing things now and thinking of the watercolors that I have. But instead I had to sit in front of my Copics and spend quite a lot of time trying to figure out what exact colors would work. And I probably should add in that this drawing probably took me about 12 hours altogether, really, because I spent at least 1 hour sitting there and picking out pencil colors for like just shading and highlights at the end. And I must have spent like 2 hours picking out the Copics for what colors I needed and what would work best. So yeah, this was super, super involved, and I'm kind of proud of myself because I really pushed myself, and I think that the result is really nice. It's not perfect. There's certain things that I would change if I could, but I'm really, really happy with it all together, and I think Tafiti came out really, really nice. I definitely don't think I have the skill to get her exactly the way she is in the film, but I like my version of her a lot. So yeah, I really hope you guys like this one too. Sorry it's super sped up, but yeah, it was a lot of footage, so I did my best to try to make it a little less boring for you guys. Otherwise it would have been like, at one point I had a 20-minute video and I was just like, no, I'm not posting 20 minutes. And I'm also integrating something different. I have like another camera that was a hand-me-down, and I was able to do some close-up shots. So I kind of hope you guys like that. Let me know if you do. I decided to put in the close-up shots instead of like the slowed down version that I usually do. So if you have any feedback, like you prefer the slowed down version or you really like the close-up versions, definitely let me know, because it's just an experiment for now, and I just really hope that it works out. So yeah, I really hope you guys like this drawing, and if you did, definitely let me know by giving me a thumbs up on this video and leaving me a comment down below. And if you like my artwork, definitely subscribe to my channel. I post art related videos every week. And if you loved Moana too, you can definitely let me know. I really, really, really love this movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, you gotta see it. It is a beautiful story. Oh, I just love it. And oh, the colors in this movie are so beautiful. Like, yeah, I really love this movie. So yeah, I hope you guys like it too. And well, I mean my art, not the movie. Well, yeah, I hope you like the movie too. Anyway, I'll stop rambling and I'll just say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.